Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. It's an exciting day for all of us Stampin' Up and paper crafting lovers. Stampin' Up's January through June mini catalog goes live today, as well as the Celebration. Celebration is one of Stampin' Up's most exciting times of the year because it allows us to earn free products with our purchases. So at the $50 and $100 levels, you can earn your choice of free exclusive stamp sets and designer series paper. So this runs January through February. I'm getting the catalogs in the mail. I'm getting a newsletter out this morning with the links if you don't have a catalog. If you're not currently working with a demonstrator and need a catalog, give me a shout and I'll get those out to you. But lots of fun and exciting things happening today. Good morning, Sue and Patricia. So last week I gave you a sneak peek of one of the awesome medleys that's going to be in the catalog there, that is the Flowering Cactus. So today I am going to be showing you my other favorite bundle, and that is the Friendly Flamingo bundle. It's a stamp set and dies. Good morning, Sandy. How are you today? I'm Patricia from Indiana. I hope it's a beautiful day wherever you are. Good morning, Mary Kay. Yesterday was a rainy day in Oregon, but I'm hoping you see some sun today. All right, so I'm going to try to share as much as I can about what's going on, all the stuff that's available free and for purchase, and show you some samples from my Friendly Flamingo. If you don't know me or haven't been following me, I have a thing for flamingos. I have been decorating with flamingos and collecting small things for a long, long time. And this Christmas, I was blessed with a ton of really fun flamingo things. So this stamp set is absolutely perfect for me. So what I'm showing you today is just the tip of the iceberg of what I'll be creating in the future. And I'm just getting started playing with it. So I'm going to pop my camera down so I can show you what's going on this morning. I'll give you a little peek of the ceiling fan there. All right. So there's our celebration. Free items with purchases of $50 and $100, exclusive stamp sets and designer series paper. This is the Friendly Flamingo bundle found on page 43 of Stampin' Up's brand new January through June mini catalog. Let me bring the stamp set. It's a photopolymer. Good morning, Marty. Thanks for popping in today. This is the photopolymer stamp set, meaning that the stamps are they're clear. So once they go on the clear block, you can see exactly where to stamp with those. When you buy the stamp set and the dies together, there as a bundle, there's a 10% discount. So there are lots of different little pieces in that, and I'll show you the ones that I've used in my creations. So that flamingo die works with that stamp. There's some leaves here that goes with that image, and I did try a couple of those. That's how they stamp and cut out. There's a die cut for that piece right there. And these little flowers here, there are actually 3 of the die cuts, so you can stamp a whole bunch and cut more at the same time. And then there is a die cut for those 3 little flower pieces right there. Then there's also a fun other little flamingo guy, this flamingo, and he has 2 different options for wings there. So he doesn't have a coordinating stamp, but you can just cut him out and use him however you want. I cut out a bunch and I'm still trying to figure out how I have an idea. I just have to get it put on paper. So that's what that little guy looks like. And next time I cut them, I'm hoping to I'll use the Stampin' Up's adhesive sheets on the back so they're easier to put on, because he's got some really skinny legs. Yes, this is one of my favorites. And so I was thinking, you know, you could use the other side so I could have facing flamingos like that. So that's coming up. But that bundle together is $37.75. All right, well, let me show you now the cards that I created. Good morning, Deb. I know you're a flamingo lover, so hopefully you'll enjoy this. Again, I'm just getting to the tip of the iceberg of the cards that I'm making. So usually I'm a Pinterest girl. If I buy a new stamp set, I go to Pinterest and I type in Stampin' Up! Friendly Flamingo. But this time I didn't do that. I thought I want to see what I can come up with on myself and see where my inspiration leads. So I started out, well, what color should I start with? Flirty Flamingo, of course. So that's one of Stampin' Up's colors. Good morning, Brenda. So I basically stamped the flamingo in Flirty Flamingo and used one of the awesome sayings, just be you. I used some ribbon, which I colored. It's white organza, so I colored it with the Flirty Flamingo Stampin' Blends and added that along with an embossing folder. So very, yes, you do need this set in Florida, Marty. So just a very quick and easy card. So I thought, well, what can I do? So I stepped it up just a little bit. I stamped the flamingo on white cardstock with the Flirty Flamingo ink and then popped him out with the coordinating die. And you'll see this trim die, this is in the Positive Thoughts or Nature's Thoughts. Sorry, I don't have the exact, but I've been using that because it just fits the flamingo perfectly. I added some of the dotted ribbon, and then I used some of Stampin' Up's pearls, but I also wanted to add some color, so I colored those with the Flirty Flamingo Stampin' Blends again. All right, so I thought, well, what other colors could we possibly use for our flamingo? So I moved on to Melon Mambo. Kind of the same concept, stamped the flamingo in Melon Mambo and die cut him, added the ribbon, the embossing folder, the rectangle. This time I added a little puddle of water and some of the, good morning, Wendy, thanks for popping in, and some of the little weeds that are, or water foliage that's available. So that's, I moved on from there. As I work with the stamp set, it's like, oh, I could do this, and I could do that, and I could do this. So that's kind of where my thought process went with all of these is how could I use the elements and use them differently without using any other ideas. So I took one, then good morning, Nay, thanks for popping in. This is one of Stampin' Up's note cards. I love the note cards and envelopes because they're pre-cut and scored. You get 20 of them for $7, so you can make some quick and easy cards so I can have this on hand. So Melon Mambo again. No, I'm sorry, I moved to Marvelous Magenta. I thought, what other color could I use? And I decided on Marvelous Magenta. I used the adhesive sheets on the back, stamped the flamingo, cut it out with the die, and then you can see I used this little flowering image right here, and it stamps. I used the Just Jade, so it stamped the green leaves, and then I used the Stampin' Blends to add the Magenta Madness color in there and made that a birthday card. So I'm all ready to go with that. All right, so another Magenta Madness, I got stuck on that. I did a little bit of watercoloring behind here with Balmy Blue ink and added some of the Magenta Madness ribbon. Oh, and I thought she today had to have a little flower with a pearl. Take a look at that designer series paper. that designer series paper, it's a sneak peek of the 2020 to 2022 in colors, and this will be in next year's annual catalog. It's a package of all of the different in colors, new designs, and there is one awesome way to get that, and that is to buy Stampin' Up's starter kit. The starter kit is also on special during Stampin' Up's celebration. For $99, you choose $125 worth of product. It's all shipped free, so there's $26 worth of product there. And then you get 5 different packages of the DSP. So you'd get this in colors and the brights, the regals, the neutrals, and the subtles. So you'd get 200 sheets of designer series paper free when you buy the starter kit in January and February. And then after that, you receive a 20% discount on your purchases. Give me a holler if that's something that interests you. But I just wanted to use that designer series paper in that design. I thought the flowers went well with the flamingo and the tropical theme. Alrighty, so moving on. This is the next design. I found the Flowers for You designer series paper, and these looked like hibiscus flowers to me. And the colors in here are the Bumblebee, the Magenta Madness, and the Just Jade. So that's my Bumblebee background, my Flowers for Every Season designer series paper, a strip of Magenta Madness, the flamingo, and then the saying on one of the stitched circles. All right, so I made a couple of these because, man, I turned over my January calendar and I have just a ton of birthdays. So then I bumped that up just a little bit, and all I really did behind it is trimmed the Flowers for Every Season down and added a piece of the Just Jade behind it. And that's the card that we'll put together here in a few minutes. One last sample that I did actually add a little bit more to it. So if you can see how it's fun to see the progression of where the one idea started here into here, and then it took me here. So this one is a little bit different. I just added the Just Jade ribbon. And that's, I probably told you this before, but the Stampin' Up's color coordination is what sold me, how long have I been stamping? 25 years ago, is that all the color coordination makes me look successful as a card maker, and then I'm happy with my product. So I stamped a couple of the flowers, cut those out, and added the pearls onto that card as well. So it all depends on what your goal, if you want to make something really quick, get in the mail, but they all have a different look using all the same products. And like I say, I haven't even scratch the surface of what I want to do with the flamingo. I was thinking, well, maybe what if we embossed him, maybe in him or her, I don't know, I keep calling him, embossed in white, and then do some watercoloring. We'll have to see. So let's make this card today. I used the Bumblebee card base, and the Just Jade is cut at 5 by 3 3/4. Good morning, Joy. Thanks for popping in today. The Flowers for Every Season is cut at 3.5 by 4 3/4. I have a little marvelous magenta piece that's 1 1/4 by 4 1/4, and that's run through an embossing folder. I have a Whisper White scrap cut at 4.5 by 3, and then I have one of the circles that I've cut with a stitched shapes circle. So that's what I have going on. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat with the photopolymer stamps. I like to have that. You might not find it in the catalog because it's not there. It was retired, and due to popular demand, Stampin' Up! Brought it back. So if you need an item number for that, just let me know. So I'm going to ink up my flamingo in with my Flirty Flamingo. Well, no, I'm using Marvelous Magenta, excuse me. There's some other colors I thought might be fun to use for the flamingo, so I'll experiment with those. And then I'm just going to press down evenly and firmly here. Okay. And there we have our flamingo. And while we're stamping, let's do the sentiment, hoping your day is as amazing as you are. Right here. Get that in the middle. Again, the photopolymer helps for really good placement there. Let the ink sink in a little bit. There we go. All right, so we've done the stamping. Now we have to die cut. And so that's something else that's exciting today, is that Stampin' Up's mini cut and emboss machine is now available for purchase. Look at this cute little thing. Folds up just like this, and easily carryable. If you don't have a die cut machine, this might be a really good place to start. It's $60, and it is, like I said, available today, and you get the little plates with it. So I thought that I'll just cut my my flamingo with it today and show you how it works. So I'm using what's really cool about this and the bigger Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is there are numbers on all of the plates, and it tells you exactly which plate numbers to use to do what you want to do with it. So I'm going to put my flamingo on here. Wait, no, I need this one, number 2, my flamingo, and my die. And I am going to bring in a little bit of washi tape. Oh, here it is. I have a all the elements on my stamping table, but as I get going, I get a huge mess. So I'm going to put a little bit of washi tape on there so it stays where I want it to. And then put a plate on top and do a little running it through. And I'm being careful so I don't wiggle the camera and everything. So there we go. There is our die cut flamingo right out of here. So there we go. I'm going to set this aside, but this is now available for purchase. Cute little guy. Just fold him up. Maybe get a little carrying case for him, and I can take him to class, or you could take it on a trip or in the car or in your motorhome, wherever you want to create. So it's good for the small dies and the small embossing folders. All right, so I have my flamingo. Make sure I can find all my pieces. Oh, it looks like, oh, there it is. Okay. Thanks for sticking with me. Let's put it together. The bumblebee base, I've scored that and fold it in half. Use Stampin' Up's Stampin' Seal Plus. Put the adhesive on the back of that Flowers for Every Season Designer Series paper. I will have a blog post up a little bit later with the measurements and the video. The video will also be on my blog and YouTube later today. Trying to get everything done. It's kind of an exciting day, a lot going on. Getting some orders put in for people who are looking for the fun new products. The January through June mini is full of a ton of products, and the celebration as well. I just don't have enough time to show you absolutely everything I want to do. But next week I will be back at 8:30 with another video. If there's something you want to see, I don't have it all, but I'm working on getting it. So I'm going to place that in the middle here. I think I'll use my glue dots to put my little piece on here. And this is a maybe. See what works best today. Alrighty. And if you have any questions about the catalogs or ordering, please leave them in the comments. I'll look at those a little bit later. Good morning, Sheila. Thanks for popping in today. I also have a newsletter going out today. If you are not subscribed to my newsletter and you want to be, give me a holler. You can look for me at kimplayswithpaper.com. So what I did with the flamingo is I put a bunch of Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. I used some of the large dimensionals and then some of our mini dimensionals, even cutting some of them in half to, you know, I got it on the neck and the feet in order to make sure that he pops up there. All right. And then I'm going to put our sentiment on that we've already stamped. Okay, and I just kind of tucked that right under there. So my card is all ready to go, and I have some that I do need to send out. Let me just review a couple of the other samples in case you popped in late. But this is Stampin' Up's Friendly Flamingo. Good morning, Veronica. Thanks for popping in. Friendly Flamingo bundle that's available beginning today. All right, so this is where I started. Just a kind of a reminder, basic, but that's something I would send in the mail. Easy to put together, but still beautiful. I bumped that up a little bit, adding a few different elements, using dimensionals to pop up the flamingo, a couple of pearls stamped or colored with the blends. Good morning, Adrian. Thank you, everyone, for your comments on my cards. I just love this set, so you'll be seeing more of these cards. I switched colors and went to Melon Mambo. And then I just used a note card because it's so easy to use our note cards. If I wanted to bump this up a bit, I might put some pearls in those flowers as well. This is the card we made. And that was the other one that we, I used some additional elements of the flowers. Another one using the brand new designer series paper that you can get free if you decide that you want to be a part of Stampin' Up and earn a discount on your future purchases. So there you go. These are the flamingo cards I've been working on. I hope you've enjoyed the video and the live today, and please let me know if you have any questions. I'll be back next week at 8:30 with more cards and items from the catalogs. Until then, have a great week. Happy stamping and take care. Thanks for popping in. Bye-bye.